Okay, welcome back. How are you? Tell me, did you enjoy studying yesterday? Yes, you are feeling completely fresh to study now. If not, then you'll have to do deep breathing 3 times. Do it like this 3 times. Go ahead. Alright, I am assuming that you have already made the previous summary, you have listened to me, and you are behaving like a very good student, like a true disciple. You are not disobeying any instruction of your teacher. Alright, today we will study a small unit which is performance, productivity, and efficiency. So, what does the concept say? We had studied this a norm during intermediate. Performance ratio equals productivity ratio and efficiency ratio. This is what was taught in norm. He was also taught the system of calculation. This is done by dividing actual output by budgeted output, which gives you the productivity ratio. And the efficiency ratio is obtained by dividing actual output by standard output in actual time. In this way, you can calculate the efficiency ratio. Alright, so the performance ratio can be calculated like this. But however, this working is not really useful for us, so there is no point in writing out the working. Just for understanding, you need to know that if we want to measure performance, the simplest way to do it, by simplest I mean, earlier we were talking about dashboards and all that. The other day, we were discussing that we will have to measure it in different ways. You will have to link the organization's goals to personal goals and personal activities. So we are talking about many details. I showed you some KPIs of Indian Railways as well, but that alone won't be enough. Isn't it? That is a very detailed activity. It will take us some time to go deep inside and understand it. So, if someone asks you about the most basic and easiest performance measure, it is productivity. Alright, the easiest performance measure is productivity, and productivity is very simple, output divided by input. Output by input, see, I have marked it, output by input. There can't be anything simpler than this for productivity. Output by input. Now, you can also indirectly call this the input-output ratio. Anyone can learn how to measure productivity. There is nothing simpler than this for productivity. When measuring output, there is no rule that if the unit of output is kilograms, then the unit of input must also be kilograms. For example, think at the student level, if you studied for 100 hours and scored 80 marks, then 80 marks by 100 hours, output is 80 marks, input is 100 hours, so 80 by 100. What is your productivity? 0.8. Similarly, you have a friend who studied for 200 hours and scored 80 marks, so 80 by 200 is his productivity, which is 0.4. So whose productivity is higher? The one who got more output using less input. So, it's not necessary that the units on the top and bottom have to match. The output is in marks and below it's in hours. It can be anything. The output can be in kilograms, you can put labor hours below, or you can put output in kilograms and number of machines below. You can measure it in any way. This is such a simple way to measure productivity. There's really no need to overthink it. Alright, is it clear to you? Now, when we go a little deeper into productivity, there are two types of productivity. One is total productivity and the other is partial productivity. This is also called total factor productivity and partial factor productivity. Factor means resource of production. Now, for example, suppose I need different types of materials, different types of labor, and different types of machines, all of them being used separately. Only then will an output be produced. So, a lot of different types of factors are being used to produce the output. So, we want to determine productivity from the overall input and overall output. But when there are multiple types of inputs, how will we add them up? You can't just add 10 kilograms to 50 people and call it 60, right? So, how will we add them? So, we will go by their cost. We will go to the cost level of such inputs and we will take the cost of the output as well. So, by taking both output and input at the cost level, we can create a ratio. At the value level, we can definitely get productivity at that time, and the second way is I calculate productivity separately with respect to each input, so it is not necessary for input and output to match. Whether output is in kilograms, rupees, or input is in kilograms, hours, employees, number of machines, whatever it may be, it does not make any difference. Alright. Ultimately, what is the use of productivity? If you have calculated it for someone today, then calculate it for the next month as well, then for the month after that, and see how the improvement is happening. That's the only use, to see how the improvement is happening. Or if you have calculated it for one person, then compare it with another person to see how they are performing. Like the story about your friend's marks that I told you. So, is there any simpler way to check performance? There isn't. But what happens is, if this system keeps running, then the performance will improve. But the company might incur losses if you keep checking performance through this productivity system. Why? When someone focuses only on output, knowing you are watching for performance, he will just keep churning out output in large quantities. He won't work on quality at all. If a person keeps producing output without working on quality, then the company will face losses in the future because customers will return the products, customer loyalty will be lost, and customers will look for alternatives elsewhere, right? So, the company's goodwill will be damaged and there will be losses in the future. So, the company's goal will not be achieved. That's why the current ratio of productivity is as per this system, but it is not entirely correct. So, by improving this, another ratio was created called the efficiency ratio. Efficiency ratio is a ratio which considers your productivity along with quality and cost. So, how is efficiency defined? Efficiency is defined as the maximization of output with minimum waste and maximum quality. So, its definition is written here. You can see it underlined. Achieving maximum productivity with minimum wasted effort and expense. This efficiency is related to maintaining the quality of work. Then, the definition of efficiency is broken into three parts where importance is also given to cost. Importance is also given to quality in it, and efficiency is a refined version of productivity measurement. Alright. Then here, in the last paragraph, it is mentioned that when performance measurement used to be done, at that time only performance was checked, which we also call appraisal. So, at that time, our productivity used to be the more important measure. But in the context of performance management, it was discovered through careful analysis that simply focusing on productivity alone will not be effective. This approach does not address all the important factors that contribute to overall success. We also have to look at efficiency. Did you understand? That's it. When management came in, they thought that just thinking about productivity is not enough. We have to focus on efficiency as well. So the concept of productivity and efficiency was added and linked to performance management. Now, isn't that wonderful? Now, you have to make a summary about this. How much of a summary do you need to make? Now you'll have to work hard, brother. Earlier, to make a summary, did you need a page? So if you make the summary alongside, your work will become much easier. Later on, you might think, let's just manage without it for now. If you plan to do it later, it becomes a project you won't be able to do. Still, you're asking for a summary, begging for a summary, aren't you? Have summary? Summary, please give me a summary, please give me a summary. This is what the situation is. You can make it. You still have time. Whatever time you have now is a lot. Later you won't have it. So what do you need to do? Basically, what are productivity and efficiency? They are performance measures. They are measures, all right. Whereas productivity is from the old times, efficiency is from the new era. Now, the formula for productivity that I gave, please write it down. Isn't it? Is it output by input? Then write down the types of productivity. If you write the types of productivity point by point, it will be even more beneficial. You will write down the types of productivity. First, have a look, then write it down. What is total? What is partial? Understood? What is total? What is partial? Then you will have to write the definition of efficiency. After writing the definition, you will have to write the 3 points mentioned in it. A, B, C, and what was the fifth point? Performance appraisal and management. So basically, you can write about this line here also, that it is a part of performance management. What is written at the end, you can also write it at the top. Show a little bit of your creativity. It's not necessary that you have to copy exactly or write in the same order. What kind of question can be asked? We'll see when it comes. Now, assume it will be an objective question. Can you do it? Just prepare a summary of it. It will take about half a page. It's a half-page summary, and if you do this, this unit will be done for you. Alright. Okay, finish this up, then we'll meet again. First, complete all the marking and this summary, then we'll continue further.